Good morning, good morning. If it's morning for you, it's morning for me. We've already got slimes in the chat. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, just checking audio. I'm gonna rustle around a little bit. I think we're good. By the way, you can always tell me if the music's too quiet, if I'm just way too loud. Anything like that, feel free. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Slimes. It's noon for you. Lunchtime. I'm excited to have some breakfast here in a little bit. Okay. So yes, I did post a little disclaimer or, a little help info in the little slime garden window. There also is, what is it? It's like there's a list of, I think, let me test something. Let me see if this test is working. Avatar pink. I want to see if I can change my, or am I pink now? Is that the pink? Yeah, I think that is how it works. Now I'm excitedly waiting. Hug. I don't know if the hug worked. Did the hug work? Okay. Yesterday we left off with this animation. I struggled with how to draw a banana. Many watched in amazement as I could not figure out what a banana looks like. I think this is a pretty good banana. Out of all of the... I drew like, I don't know, 2 or 3. I drew 4. 4 bananas, and then I remembered something. I might need the banana to like spin or something, so we'll come back and make it spin, but for now, do like a little Donkey Kong Country spin, you know what I'm talking about? We'll kind of put this in the foreground here for now. So, here's my idea. Oh, let's move this to... Should I put it in the background? If I put it in the background, I can easily edit it. Let's do this. Let's commit to this banana by getting married. But actually, we'll just merge it with the background. There we go. They're married now. Okay, so here's the car. Here's my idea. The car is going to... Let's add some motion lines. Also, now I kind of want it to be a little faster. I'll look at that. I'll take a little peek at what we're doing here. It's going to zoom. Oh wait, this frame. Get some motion lines and become very close to the banana. Gets the banana. You see what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do like some fun like tire peel out smoke lines, like something like that. Oh, this is very... The brush is a little bit too stabilized for this, but... And this stream is the one we actually get something done. I got very distracted by the slimes. Hopefully every program on my computer is working. Kingdom Cookie has chosen peace in the slime garden. Do a flip. I think there's here, let me see about this. I'm gonna post a couple links. Let's see if this works. Okay, one of those we'll post a link. I'm still getting used to this. I'm not very good at remembering code language. I'm not very good at I'm not very good at like knowing all the right characters to type. Like half the time I either misspell something or you know there's supposed to be a space and I just forget. I don't know. Okay. Let's make this faster now that we're here. Take a sip of beverage. Is the hug working? I gotta see. Oh, that's so cute. It's so cute. I'm so glad it's working. I had so much fun with yesterday's stream. I know it was like the first half of it was just like completely buggy technical difficulties stream, but the second half was so fun. Everyone just having a good time with the slimes. I've thought about little. I have a lot of ideas with what we can do with the slime garden. I'm gonna start deleting frames to make this a little faster. Let's delete this frame too. Which frame is this one? I wish that when I tapped on this it highlighted which frame. There we go. Okay, so let's zoom in on this. Up, down, up. Let's make this one a little bit more up. Down. Oh, it's like not even on the background is a little curved, but I kind of like it that way. I like that it's imperfect. Up. Oh, I see. You can just get rid of that frame for sure. So we're gonna do some transition frames now. I think that when I have it like zooming towards the banana, I think I'm gonna have the legs kind of disappear, honestly. I think it's gonna get crazy. So we'll have a kind of 3/4 angle car here. Maybe the legs will show up in a couple of frames, but I think it's gonna get kind of overlapped with bright headlights. Have I ever tried rotoscoping? Yes, I have. One of my favorite examples, I rotoscoped over a rotoscope from Smiling Friends. It's in my Animal Crossing, old versus new Animal Crossing video on my channel. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny if I do say so myself. But it's funny because Smiling Friends is just funny. But yeah, if you don't know, Smiling Friends is like kind of pioneering like I mean it's not new, but like the like mixed media method. There's lots of different kinds of animation, lots of stop motion, 2D animation, CGI animation, and then randomly every once in a while they throw in like rotoscoping for like comedic effect. It's very good. But there's a scene where one of my favorites, it's pretty classic by now, it's very memeable, where Pim like walks into a party and you know bumps into some teenage people doing some teenage things. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then it switches to a POV of like Pim like looking up at this like teenager guy, and he gets all in his face and he's like, "Dude, what are you doing? Go home to your wife and family, man. You're so old." Yeah, I reanimated that scene, learned a lot. People talk about how if you want to learn something about animation, if you want to get better, there's a couple, you know, you could just My philosophy is just do it, but there's lots of like studies you could do about like favorite scenes and things like that. I've literally never done like a reanimate this scene. Well, maybe I have, but not a very not a very earnest attempt, I'll say, but I reanimated that scene and I had a really good time, learned a lot. Smiling Friends is like, I love that show. Hey, no worries. Feel free to drop into the stream whenever you feel like it. We're just hanging out, hopefully having a good time. Keeping things chill. How old am I? I'm very old. I'm in my mid-20s, I'll say. Attack. I don't know. I haven't been able to. Hang on. How do I change avatars? Avatars. Okay, I'm gonna type the command and then I have to wait for the link to drop. Where is Isabel Vegeta? Isabel Vegeta. Isabel and Vegeta. And his Isabel hands. I have a. Oh. Okay, the link came. Oh man, when y'all were saying Daisy is the night, that was killing me yesterday. Oh man. Okay, avatars choice. Avatar, and then I just click. Can I do squid? Blob? Here I am getting distracted. Let's see if that works. Can I switch? I like the squid one. I think he's really cute. Okay, anyways. I'm getting distracted by the slimes. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to get something done here today. You made some drawings? That's awesome. Are we drawing together? Or did you draw those previously? I always think it's cool when people come in and they're like, oh, I'm drawing too. I'm like, wow. Little community. I always put on like gaming streams and things like that when I'm drawing. It's cool to do that for someone else. 1, 2, okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Hug. Did I turn into a squid? I did not turn into a squid. Why can't... I don't know why. Everyone else gets to have fun customizing their avatar, but for whatever reason it doesn't work with me. There should be like hats. I saw someone was able to do hats, but... I, for the love, can't seem to... I think some people are... I think I set it so that some people spawn in with crowns. I think that's working. So if you have a crown, you're a VIP. Okay, we're putting on the headlights. I do watch these streams back, yes. That's what was just like killing me. I was just like, man. Oh man. Daisy is the night confirmed. It's me. How do I unsit? Oh, I'm sure it times out. Maybe one of the commands is walk. I don't know. I need to have the lists in front of me, and I need to. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller, actually. I need to like print out the list and just like have it next to me. I kind of old school that way. I want like pen and paper so I can just look at it and stop having to like look in my the browser app on my phone. Anyone else sick of typing things into the browser? I'm at the point where like if I am not sure about like a fact or something and I want to like look it up, like I don't even know. I'm like, butterflies have 8 wings. I'm like, yeah, they probably do. I don't know, maybe. Another little thing about that is probably sometimes just like typing on the phone kind of like is makes my joints feel stiff. See, I'm revealing my age here. Joint stiffness. I actually, if any of you are artists out there, make sure you do some wrist stretches. Very important. I've come down with a wrist injury in my time. Not very fun. Makes drawing very difficult. So if you are an artist or you do if you do anything with like computers, maybe you're just like a hardcore gamer, do some wrist stretches. You spend time at a keyboard. It's not fun. Whenever I see a streamer, I draw their avatar. Oh my. Kingdom Cookie is spreading peace and love. Okay, here we go. I just realized I just basically drew the same frame twice. That's what happens when I start looking at the slime garden. I'm excited to one day customize them, but I don't think that's gonna. I think that's gonna be a little while. It's gonna be like I talked about this. I'm not very savvy in like video game mods. Like I know how to do it like theoretically, but it's a whole other thing. I have worked on a video game before. My own little personal one. I've put together like a couple of point and click games and some what's it called, visual novels. So I know how to like import assets and make sure they're scaled and all that stuff. But I was looking at the slimes or the little avatars that are spawning in, and it's just a lot of frames because there's a lot of actions you can do. So here's a good one. Here's a good one. No one's done this yet. I don't think, unless I missed it. Sometimes I miss a lot of messages in the chat sometimes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check this out. Y'all aren't ready. You want to draw me, but tomorrow is the graphic design course. Oh yeah. How's that going? Have I ever done a game jam? No, but I would love to. That would be so cool. Also, hello, Sugar Cayube. I've never said your username out loud. What should I call you? Just call me Sugar. Have you done a game jam before? That's really, oh man, I'm like super jealous. I've every once in a while there's a developer I follow on Instagram, and she did like some game jam-esque things where, just trying to make a couple mini games. She really inspires me. Her name is Saundering Emily. She's been getting pretty popular. That name might ring a bell. But she's like, yeah, I've made like several games at this point. It's just, you know, get like a small team, you do something small. I would love to. I have like a bunch of little small projects that are just sitting in file folders on my computer. Just sugar cube. Okay. You've done 15? Whoa! That's right. Okay, okay. I did look at your website and I was pretty impressed. You got a really good portfolio. I was like, dang, I want to be like this guy. Okay. Where is the yellow I need? Okay. Step forward. We need a transition frame here. Let's do a bend. It's like every Friday. It's going nicely. You're 3 days in. Oh, didn't make friends there. Oh, it's only 3 days. Yeah, give it some time. Good luck with your graphic design course. I'm a professional graphic designer. In my real life, this is my this is my secret double life I'm doing right now. I love graphic design. I'm pretty passionate about it. Obviously, I want to get better at animation, which is why it's one of the reasons I started this channel. Is just I want to kind of branch out a little bit and go into some more creative fields I've been interested in. But yeah, I mean, I'm passionate about graphic design. There's a lot to love just about, you know, like everything, every little thing you interact with has like design elements. I'm only posting my best stuff. I've made some dookie garbage stuff. I'd love to just like make something simple, something I had this like idea for like a really cute like I don't even know, like a really simple game. And then I saw that someone like already made it, but like so but that's okay, right? Like it's in some ways lots of things have already been done. But I had like this idea for like using essentially what would be like a dress up game engine, which would I imagine would be simple, but I don't know how to do it. Um, but just like a here's your list of items, point and click, and then like drag stickers onto like something. I don't know. It reminds me of like the games I used to play in like the early 2000s, like Barbie.com, PollyPocket.com, lots of dress up games and things like that. But I wanted to do one where like you got to like decorate and like send out letters to friends, and you just had like a bunch of little stickers you could put on like the envelopes. Because I just love weird fun fact, I love writing letters. I think it's really fun, and I love sending and receiving mail. It's super fun. The great thing about game jams is that you have these tight deadlines, so you throw away all the unnecessary stuff. Yeah, yeah. I kind of adopt that kind of philosophy just in personal projects sometimes, but that also is probably just because I'm extremely impatient. I'm actually like a total like I want this done. I'm so excited for it to be done. Sometimes I really gotta slow down. Also, I'm drawing these frames and I'm looking at it in motion and I'm not liking it. So I'm gonna take a step back. We're going, going, going. Then we're turning a little too fast here. I'm gonna remove these frames. I want something like this. I want like a Tokyo drift. You know what I mean? Let's do a. Okay, here's the frame. we want like to see the back end or the front end of the car. Thank goodness this car is so simple to draw. And then let's do, maybe I should do a couple, there we go, something like this. It's what it feel like. Here we go. This is gonna work. Cue the Tokyo Drift music. I think I like where this is going. This is good. I might move the banana. Move the banana. Maybe the banana. Wait, we already committed to where the banana is. That's okay though. You're gonna do a concert? That's very cool. Are you doing an instrument or is it like maybe a different kind of concert? Choir or something? That's on my list. I gotta learn an instrument sometime at some point. I gotta get good at it. I can sort of play the piano. Okay, there's a lot going on here at the end. It's getting messy. Okay, the banana is... Okay, yeah, I kind of like the motion of this. We're gonna delete some of these frames, or at least, yeah, we can delete them. I don't need to save them. For what? Nah, man, I've honestly got mad respect for your projects. You're really pumping stuff out. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. I want to make shorter projects because, golly, my projects take forever. Yeah, it's tough, you know. Yeah, I struggle with that too sometimes, like putting a lot of effort into something big or doing like lots of short, smaller things. That was one of the main things with my original series, Ziri and the Wizard, was, you know, like my whole like creative life, we'll say, I really wanted to do like a cartoon one day, and I was like, well, you know, need like a whole team of people to do a cartoon. You can't just do a cartoon. You can't just do a cartoon on your own with like really simple, you know, graphics and things like that. And I was like, because, you know, you need to, there's a lot of work that goes into animation. And then, you know, I talked about this before, but Zirian is inspired by a D&D character of mine. And I loved doing the voice for this wizard character. And I was like, I could do voice acting work for my own character. And that was like, you know, one person down. Okay, so I'm my own voice actor. And then, you know, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the design should be so that it was simple enough to draw but still like felt like the character that I had imagined. And then, you know, I just decided, what if it was just like short little episodes? But yeah, I struggle a lot with like wanting to beef something up, wanting to have like a magnum opus. This is, you know, I spent all my time on this project and this is showcasing all the skills I picked up. Like, I'd like to do something like that. I'm still learning, I think. I don't think I'm ready for my magnum opus, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I was just also really inspired by lots of animators on YouTube. There's tons of them. I could start naming them, but, you know, people just kind of making animated shorts and just putting them out there on YouTube for people to see. And I was like, oh, you know, maybe that's a route to take. I just say just do it. Just do it. No one's used that catchphrase before. It's mine. Also, I'm not like classically trained in animation or anything. So, I mean, this is all just I'm just freehanding this. I can't even do a walk cycle half the time. Yeah, you gotta be okay with baby steps. I'm not ready for my magnum opus for sure. Yeah, yeah. It's tough. The other thing I think would be cool is like, I talk about how I'm like, wow, we're really getting like an art community. Like maybe one day it'd be cool to do like a big collaboration project. One day. That's tough though because you got to be like willing to trust someone with your like, you know, I'm gonna put quotes, your baby, like your artistic vision. You have to say, yeah, you can. Uh, you have to pass along certain pieces to it. It's tough. It's tough to relinquish that control sometimes. But yeah, I'm like meeting like tons of new people who are like really awesome creatively. When I made my student film sticker face, it was all me, one dude, using his friends for animation reference and emotional support. Still took me 8 months. Yeah, I love your sticker face project. I thought that was amazing. Do you have plans to like build that out into something bigger? Like do you imagine it being um, you know, like an animated series or like I was like getting really like I don't know, like game intro like feelings from it. Like this could absolutely be like an opening cutscene or something like that for like an emotional like story game. I don't know. That's something I struggled with Zirian because I was like, oh, should it be animated shorts? Should it be a little point and click adventure game? Little children's storybook? I don't know. I'm going with everything right now. It's gonna be everything. But yeah, that was a big hit for sure. Time to be lonely on Valentine's Day. Aww. I was planning on doing I'm planning a Valentine Day craft night with my friends. Maybe I'll do a Valentine craft night on stream too. I've been doing some craft nights. I'll just like take all of the supplies from that and just like throw it on the table and just say go. I like to send Valentines to all my friends. I have a script and storyboards for Sticker Face 2. Ooh! I made too many lores for my character. Too many. Too many ideas. It isn't too bad. I feel that though. I have too many ideas. It's tough. You gotta like pick which one to work on. I think this is working. I think this is working. Maybe it could be snappier. Let's take a look. I say this right here, this right here. I don't know why I drew all the lights on. Maybe that should have been last. I get carried away just chit-chatting and then I end up just like working on something and being like, hang on, what was I doing? Okay, let's do I'd like to do some cloud what is it called? What is it called? The word I'm thinking can't be it. Cloud lines. Cloud tire cloud lines. Race car. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay. Let's do a little bit of tweening here. I think this could be... I'm trying to remember my easy ease ideas. Here it goes. Okay, let's move this up. I should have drawn the path of motion. I didn't do that. Again, I get carried away. I get carried away on stream. Here we go. 1, 2, okay. Here we go, here we go. We'll draw on those headlights, and maybe we'll have like a tiny little bit of leg poking out. Okay, let's maybe put this in a group so I can adjust the legs if needed. I like Sticker Face a bunch, and I want to make more stuff for it. It's unfortunate I didn't do much immediately after it got a bunch of attention. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I posted my first, first animation, unless you count other school projects that I was kind of posting tests on to like turn them in for college. Like the first animation that caught wind was one of my Game Grumps animated, and I like posted it and I didn't look at my channel for like a year. I came back to it later. But yeah, everyone in the chat, Sugar Cube is also an animator and a dang good one. Check out the channel for sure. Sticker Face. It's very cute. I love the colors used. You're very good at creating like little emotional beats and things like that. I am. Is everyone's slimes being nice to each other? Sugar Cube can cook? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here we go. Also, sorry, Sugar Cube, this is Deltarune. We're drawing more Deltarune. I did get another idea for something. Oh man, the ideas just keep coming, and you know, I got like a million things to work on. I do have a vacation coming up. I'll just end up playing Super Mario Sunshine though. That's what it's all about. Sticker Face was a student film. I had to justify it in my thesis, and I wrote a whole 12-page about how I like to build a vibe. Yeah, you're very good at that. Were you an animation student? That's what like thesis films are for, right? Like you have to do like a thesis film at the end of the, what's it called? The end of the course or whatever. I was a fine art student. We had at the end of our, what's it called? The 4 years, you know, at the end of our 4 years, we had to put on a gallery. So that was what we did. I had like an art installation with my final project on it and stuff like that. I wish I got to do like an animated thing, but I was in a slightly different path. I have taken some animation courses. I learned some things, which was good. I did take one animation class. It was specifically an After Effects animation class, so a little different, you know. But I did take an After Effects animation class, and in that class, I went so hard on it. Everyone else was doing like no one else was doing like animations. They were just using it as like just a regular video editing program, and I was like, I have to take this and do like a 1 minute animated whatever. And I just, you know, put way more hours into it than anyone else did. It was crazy. It's on my channel. Wait, is it on my channel? Yes, it's called Stargirl. It's up there. It's not you know, groundbreaking or anything. It's just me testing out some that was like one of my first animation projects in After Effects specifically. I want to come back to Stargirl someday too. I started building it out in 2020, you know, when all that was going on, and I was like, man, now's the time to be creative. I need a Homestar Runner fan art, I beg. Alright, just for you. Check this out. Check this out. You've been patient. You've been patient. Here he is. Mr. Homestar Runner himself. Oh, I just did something weird. There we go. Whoa. Oh, it doesn't want to close up. What color is his hat? Quick, quick. Is it blue? I think it's blue. Is it like this? I'm drawing from memory. He's got these eyes. Are they 6s or are they 9s? I think they're 9s. Or I think they're like this. It's like that, right? It's like this. And then he's got Steven Universe's shirt on. Something seems a little off. Speed draw. And Homestar Runner was there. Whoa. Come on now. There you go. Mr. Homestar Runner himself has visited the chat. Or visited the stream. There he is. Here, I'll put him in the foreground. Put him right here. That looks slightly off. That was from memory though. That's pretty good, right? Do you has? My final year project could literally be anything as long as it was justified in my thesis. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Yes, yeah, I know. Yeah, we had like the same kind of thing. The year-long project. You know, what's crazy? I had so many like colleagues or people that I was going to school with who were like, "What am I going to work on for so long?" And I was like, "Dude, I have so many ideas. Like there's so much I could work on for that long." Yeah, and it's crazy because, you know, when you're in college, you're never going to have that like time that's cut out of the day to just be creative for 8 months. 8 months your focus is being creative. Otherwise you just gotta make time. Oops, I meant to draw this on a different frame. Here I am making time to be creative. Okay, here we go. Homestar Runner hasn't been on my radar for decades. I love when it comes back into my mind. I kind of have very fond memories of it. Hang on, I'm trying to think here. This is not right. This is not happening right. Thanks for hanging out. Once I got a job that didn't drain the life out of me, it got easier to make art. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. This is actually, I'm working on this before my real work day starts. the 9 to 5 grind. Okay, we need. It's gonna go. How does that look? Maybe I need to do this backwards. Like right here. This is one of the reasons I was really nervous to do an animation stream, because I don't know if I should be showing my weird practices off. There's probably better ways to do this. I'm not exactly using the 12 principles of animation, right? I don't know about that. I might need to move the floor. Tad bit young to remember Homestar Runner. Yeah, I knew it because I had a lot of older cousins and things like that. Older cousins that would be like, "Oh, it's Homestar Runner. Watch this video." And they'd be like, "This is awesome." I had like one of the last Homestar Runner t-shirts as like a hand-me-down until they like, you know, they stopped producing them or whatever. I wonder if they're still producing them or if they restarted. But yeah, I feel like I was also like one of the last people who knew what Homestar Runner was before it kind of fell off people's radar. Especially in college, I'd be like, haha, this reminds me of Homestar Runner, or that one time in Homestar Runner. Strong bad anyone? And then I'd just get, you know, weird looks. What are you talking about? It's Homestar Runner. It's funny. Oh, the death of Flash. It's taken so much. I did a little video about polypocket.com because I was just feeling nostalgic because I was getting lots of 90s or early 2000s like website content like on Instagram and stuff. And I just like made a video about using the Wayback and like going back and looking at all these websites that I used to like interact with. No, not quite. I'm gonna think about this. I might need to come back to the cloud. But anyways, one of the websites I visited was homestarrunner.com, and I was like, this website is so good. I honestly, like, I want to, like, rebuild it. I want to throw away my entire website design and just remake Homestar Runner. I'll have a little avatar that, like, looks at you on the homepage, and every time you hover over something, you, like, games. Videos. I don't know. That was the Homestar Runner website. I'm being too niche right now. Someone has won 5 from the jump catch game. What does that mean? Is there prizes? I think there's like a at the end there's like a scoreboard or something like that, right? I don't even know. Okay, we're moving the cloud. We're moving the cloud. It's too weird. I think I just need to fine-tune it. I keep getting distracted. I'm talking about Homestar Runner. I'm drawing Homestar Runner. I saw someone, I don't know if they're still here, doesn't like Steven Universe? What? I get it though. Lots of people. I've seen lots of Steven Universe hate out there these days. It is kind of funny. I mean, they have a point. I get it. But I still love it. I think Steven Universe has flaws, but I love Steven Universe. Just yesterday, I was literally, was it yesterday? I was playing Super Mario Sunshine, and I couldn't even stop myself from belting out a little tune every once in a while. We know what's gonna happen right every stream. I will make you add him. My favorite Homestar Runner character is Strong Bad. I should have done Strong Bad. Every day I check my email. I hope it's from a female. Something like that. How was my Strong Bad voice? How was that? Okay, now I see what needs to happen. Also, I guess the car doesn't have a front window. Should it have a front window? I feel like that's gonna look weird. Yeah. Maybe it kind of like comes into frame. I don't know. Maybe this just needs to be shorter so that it can have a front window and not look weird. I love the art of Steven Universe. Super cool. The story lost me. I didn't care for how it dragged and didn't get anywhere. You know, fair enough. There was a time, I remember like watching, okay, I watched a lot of Steven Universe reviews and like retrospectives and things. There was like a period where, you know, we're like, we're gonna fight the big bad, you know, the big baddies. And then like the next episode, Steven would be getting a donut. Like that is absolutely valid. Absolutely. It's got some like tonal whiplash sometimes. You know, one of the arguments that was like proposed was like, oh well, you know, it's kind of like a slice of life. So it can't ever get too serious, but I'm like, I want it to get serious. Which is why I like Bean Puppy Cat, because it has similar art and vibe, doesn't focus on a big fancy story. Yeah, it's very grounded. Although it seems like things are starting to ramp up a little bit. I'm so excited. I want more Bean Puppy Cat. I've been like rooting for that series forever. Bean Puppy Cat is such a huge inspiration for me. That's another example of one of those like shows where like someone put their animation on YouTube, and you know it just like became like a phenomenon. It felt like a secret phenomenon. So many people like saw it, but like only a few people knew. You know what I mean? Okay, there we go. This is looking better. Let's go ahead and grab this one. We can put a little sliver of a window here. If it looks wonky, that's okay. This is the Lexadaisy stream. We draw things a little wonky sometimes. I have a fine art degree. There we go. Yeah, I love Steven Universe art. Like sometimes Steven Universe, like sometimes I seriously like I have like a Steven Universe watch phase every year. And like half the time I don't even know like what's going on. I'm like, oh, which arc is this? Oh. And then I'm just like admiring the backgrounds, which are really like I don't know how to describe the art style, but it reminds me a lot of like vector art styles where it's just very like shapely, lots of bold shapes, bold colors. I'm sure the artist has a name for it, and I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure it isn't literally vectors, but as a graphic designer, I'm like, oh, I see how you could make this in like a program like Illustrator or something. That's just because I spend a lot of time in those programs, probably. I don't like where the story goes on Netflix. Oh, too much big plot. Yeah, I could see that. I understand that criticism for sure. I've been like wondering about it for so long though. I'm like excited to get the answers. Like younger me is like exploding with like all this new info. Um but yeah, I definitely see it. I think it is a really good like serialized show with little bits of like I don't know something overarching. But you're saying it's getting too crazy, too crazy. The island is floating. Sorry, spoilers. But I mean, even I don't know what that means, so not really spoilers. Nothing too crazy. Also, Natasha Allegri worked on Adventure Time for sure. Oh yeah, that does give one a leg up. I love Natasha Allegri. One of my like biggest inspirations. She's so cool. She's so cool. One of my like favorite artists. She's very good at drawing beautiful, magical girls. But yeah, oh man. Speaking of Adventure Time, Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time, has a new series. I haven't seen it yet. Other than Fiona and Cake. Was it? I think it was. Was it on Adult Swim? I haven't seen it yet. Called The Elephant. It's an interesting concept. I think they had some. They had like it seems like one story, and it was passed along between different artists, but the artists like didn't like talk to each other. Something like that. Oops, I dropped a little color dot. Okay, cleaning this up a little bit. These windshields, weird shapes. It's so weird to be drawing a car the same way I did when I was like 5 years old. But I kind of love it. This is very nostalgic. I love that I get to animate how I used to draw a car. Okay, let's see how we look. Hang on, let me finish this window and then we'll see how it looks. I like when the episodes show the world they're in, how the world they're in functions and maybe an underlying plot. I really liked I just really liked this is something that I really like about Adventure Time too. I really like the subtle magic and like sci-fi combo. I think you know what I mean. You've kind of got this sort of thing kind of going on too, like the mixture of like uh modern and sci-fi in like everyday life, you know what I mean? And then you find out that spoiler alert, you know, but it's like episode 1, B is a cyborg, and then you find like all those little like details just kind of come together. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Like when you see the weird like alien influence on the island, but that's kind of I don't know. Could you say that's like kind of overarching because it makes you ask questions and like eventually, usually like an audience wants answers to those questions, right? Are you a fan of watching something and you're like, well, the mystery is still a mystery? Steven Universe is a lot cooler when the world they're in just exists and doesn't need to be explained by characters' backstories. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, the world of Steven Universe is just our own though, right? It's like, oh yeah, you get the gist, you get the gist. There's just aliens here. Okay, I think this could be faster, but I don't know. We'll see if it needs more frames. Let's keep cleaning it up. I think. I might smooth this out a little bit. Okay. Actually, do we need... I like things that aren't explained. You like to like theory craft. It gets weird when there's magic and like science. I love that. Especially in like Adventure Time. No science! Science Wizard. Yeah, I honestly I have like I've been asked before like, well, what's your fan theory about being Puppy Cat? And I'm like, I actually don't know. Like I feel like I've been absorbing some of it, but there's like a lot of little details where I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know where the story is gonna take us. I don't know if we're gonna end up in space. I hope not, because I agree with you. I really like when it's like, oh, B can't pay rent, you know, like, and then she has to go to magical space worlds to get a little temp job. I love that concept so much, and I really like, I like Puppy Cat as a character. I think he's very cute. I don't know. It's hard for me, like, usually I love to answer the question, like, what would I change? Or what would I do, like, if I was to write this story, or if I was to change anything. I really don't have answers for Puppy Cat, but I have answers for like Steven Universe. I would amp it up. Everything would get amped up. I love that things happen and you have to deal with it. Feels a lot more like real life as a slice of life vibe. Yeah. There's lots of talks about ships in the chat. What's going on? I've been missing something. Okay. Here we go. We're zooming into this banana. Last frame. This should maybe be bigger. Do I need to... Should it be like a side view? At this point? I'm gonna delete this frame. I don't need this frame. Maybe we'll make it bigger and distort it a little bit. Okay, that needs to move forward, move closer to the banana. And then maybe, like a side? Do we need a side view? And Homestar Runner was there. I just love, he's just kind of looking, I don't know, unimpressed. Schoolboy has been shipping me an audio. Alright, y'all better behave, otherwise you're gonna get pinned. You'll get pinned up. I talked about this last stream. I'm gonna put a little cross in the garden. You'll get crucified. That's what I want Sticker Face to be. Very low stakes overall. Feels very high for these silly characters. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely see the criticism. I'm not too like in the weeds where I'm like, no criticism for my favorite show. I'm just like, yeah, that's an interesting point. I'm really just kind of curious to see what happens. I'm not like 100% on everything. Like there were things about the Netflix show that I didn't like either. I didn't really like how they changed like the original pilot of the show. Hang on, this is not right. They changed some things. I liked some things. I didn't like other things. They re-recorded some lines. They completely deleted some lines, and I was like, dang, that sucks. very sad. I think it's okay. I'm like okay with it as long as they don't eventually delete like their original YouTube version, because I kind of still like to go back and just watch that one instead. I should make Sticker Face more magical though. Soft, what's it called? There's like subtle magical elements. I was gonna say Adventure Time, but I keep talking about Adventure Time. Adventure Time is probably a little more explicit that the like, magic is going on, but every once in a while it's kind of subtle. You could take like a specific episode and like you could be like, oh, magic is subtle in this Adventure Time episode. There's one episode where it's just like raining swords and they just like stay inside like it's a regular thing. They're like, oh, it's a rainy day today, except it's like raining swords. And you're like, why is it raining swords though? All right. One second. You're in timeout. I messed up my overlay for this. Here we go. Oh, no, it's all messed up. Peek behind the curtains. There's no need to redo the stuff I love from the original. Yeah. Yeah, I just hope nobody ever takes it. You downloaded it. That's a good idea. Yeah. I think I saw that there's like physical copies of I don't know if they have physical copies of Bee and Puppy Cat, but I want it. I just feel like you want the sticker face world to feel like it doesn't function the way real life should. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious to see where you take this story. Do you think you're gonna do like the same characters, or was that like a snapshot of the world? Let's see here. Okay, so I should have put the banana on the top frame. I hope I have the here's the banana. Oh, I had to add it next to Homestar Runner. I forgot Homestar Runner is the top frame. Weird weather randomly happens. You don't need an explanation. You're just like, yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. Here we go. Let's add some little car windows. I was gonna make this like a side view. Hang on. Right, it's like a curved situation. Let me see. Back up. Okay. For the next sticker face animation, I want to focus on the same friend group. Okay. Let's kind of continue the story a little further. For my Zirian the Wizard project, I was never intending to have any other characters other than Zirian. I was just gonna have Zirian. Because, you know, I'm like, oh, I could do a Zyrian voice pretty well. Oh, man. But yeah, in my brain, it's gotten bigger. I'm nervous about it getting bigger. Maybe for the same reasons we're kind of describing. We're like, well, we don't want to lose the original, like, vision, you know? Like, what is this show about? I'm like, listen, it's not about all these other characters, it's about Zyrian the Wizard and his little forest friends. The plot is pretty much just whatever I go through IRL. Ooh, yeah, right, what you know. There's such, like, an interesting, like, phenomenon that happens when you make a character. You just feel so, like, personally related to it, you know what I mean? I feel like so connected to Zyrian. Like, Zyrian, like, comes through, like, all the time. You know, if I'm ever feeling sad, I'm like, oh man, what would Zyrian say? Like, don't worry, good things are coming. That was a raspy Zyrian voice. It's early in the morning. There's also that, like, phenomenon. I've talked to a friend who also is a streamer, and she was talking about how, you know, she does writing and she does storytelling and things too. And we were going on about how, like, when you make a character and you're like, yeah, I know who this character is, I know how they act, I know how they talk, and then you start writing as them, and then they just start, like, I don't know, becoming their own person. There's a quote from I think it's Stephen King. I think it's Stephen King, about just like how, yeah, you write a character and then the characters just become themselves or something like that. Like, then all of a sudden they aren't themselves or something like that. I wish I could be more eloquent. I have mixed feelings on Stephen King. I think he's very prolific. He's got some good ideas, but not the be-all, end-all, I'll say. I think Zyrian lends itself very well to little disconnected stories that allows it to flesh out the world around him. I really like the idea of it being very very slice of life, very much inspired by some of these other stories we're talking about. All right. Let's see here. Okay, we're getting pretty close to, let's see. I've only got a couple more minutes here before I gotta head off to work. We got somewhere good today. With the themes of Sticker Face, I'm really just exaggerating the stuff I'm going through. If I'm having an existential crisis, my character is going through it. Yeah. I kind of feel that way too. I kind of exaggerate, like, since I feel very connected to Zyrian. So like for example, let's say I watch like a movie, and I don't know, like maybe like a silly critter or like an animal gets hurt, and I just like think to myself, oh, poor little rabbit stuck in a trap or something like that. And I just think, what would Zyrian think? And like Zyrian would be like, you know, just completely overwhelmed or like overcome with like, you know, compassion and like grief for this little critter. It's like, oh, the poor little rabbit. No. I hope everything turns out alright. Yeah. Alright, we got some work done. I can make fun of how silly I am to them. Yeah. Yeah, character writing's fun. It's fun to tell stories. Never stop being creative. Always you know, keep at it. Okay. So I didn't even finish this one animation. Oh man. But that's okay. We're gonna come back to this. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time. I hope everybody has a good, let's see. Let me put on my little end card. This one. Oops. There we go. Thanks so much for hanging out. I will be back same time tomorrow. I had a really good time hanging out and chatting with y'all. I hope you have a good day or morning or night, wherever you are. And thanks so much for watching. I had a really good time. I'll catch you tomorrow.